Hey, what's up, party people? This is Arvell Craig. This is episode 3 on the behind the scenes show. What's going on? How am I building my blog and brand? There are two special, one request and one announcement I want to make for you, to you at the end, which is going to be about, 2, 3, 5 minutes. It's going to be a short show because my time is tight, things are a little bit busy. As you know, my book is coming out this Friday, and I'm very excited, but there's tons of other little things that I'm working on to get ready for that. And it's funny, I actually also want to start off with a brief apology, or let's call it a confession. If you watched episode 1, you heard me talk about the Kim principle, is what I'm calling it now. The consistency, intensity, and method. And it turned out last week's video with my daughter was so fun and exciting that I was going to try to do something even better this week. I wanted to grab my dog, grab my wife, grab Arvell, and do something crazy. I wanted to take it to the next level. But for me, that can cause procrastination. I love to strategize, but again, I'm trying to get out a video every single week. And so, as I mentioned in video 1, it's important to build consistency and habit before you try to be super fancy. So I'm going to keep this video super short, just me, and not worry about that. So the big thing I want to do in these videos, there's mainly 2 different things I want to do besides give an update. Number 1, I want to give one business or digital marketing practical thing, and I also want to give a more high-level conceptual idea as well. It's just the way my mind works. That's what I think I could do that would be the most value. So, number 1, the thing I want to give on the business marketing thing, I want to talk about Twitter. My Twitter account, my Twitter feed just hit over 3,000 people last week, and that was on purpose. 6 months ago, I might have had 800, but I knew I wanted to be strategic and specific about growing my account. My goal is to have 10,000 followers by the end of the year. And so if you're interested in knowing about how I build my Twitter feed, I'm going to give a small, short, I'm going to give like a separate video that specifically talks about how to build your Twitter following. It's a hack. It's nothing fancy or special, but it's what I do and it works. So I'm going to put a link at the bottom down here, and you can check that out on your leisure separately. There's the business one. And the conceptual idea I want to share, I'm reading a book. I wish I had the book, but it's an audio book that I'm listening on my phone. But there's a book I'm reading for the second time in 2 weeks. The book is called The One Thing by Gary Keller. And there's this lovely question. It's called the focusing question. And the question is, what is the one thing that you can do such that by doing it, everything else is easier or doesn't even need to be done? That is a great way to prioritize. The book talks about when you really know how to focus, things can have a domino effect. By doing one thing, and mainly one thing, it can cause other things to not even need to be done, or it becomes easier. For me, prayer and running are 2 things in the morning that make my entire day go smoother. But when it comes to business, I'm on the cusp of really figuring out my one thing. And I just want to share that idea with you. I'll put a link to that book if you're interested in reading it, buying it yourself or whatnot. But it's a great question. What's the one thing that you can do such that by doing it, say like your relationships, that relationship goes better. And you don't have to, and sometimes there's so many things that we try to do. And this kind of stuff I talk about in my digital productivity course and workshop. I'll put a link there too if you want to check it out. But I love this concept. But anyway, check out the book, The One Thing, Gary Keller. This is the guy that invented or created Keller Williams Realty. Anywho, that's all I got. Oh, my 2 requests. Number 1 is my book, Sanctified Ambition, comes out this Friday. I want to offer you, if you don't know me that well, you don't know if I can write, how I write, I want to give you something. There are 2 chapters. I want to give you one of 2 of my favorite chapters of the book. Chapter 1 is called Seasons Trump Calling. And it's a powerful concept that really freed me to not be so stressed about my purpose and my calling when I understood a biblical view of seasons and timing. And if you want to get a free copy of that chapter, I will email it to you. Just email me at mail@akcraig.com. Or I'll offer you chapter 5. That's my other favorite chapter. It's called Living with Ambiguity. And this chapter, some of us think and see life as only black and white, which I believe that God sees things black and white, but for most of us humans, all we see are shades of gray. So this chapter 5, Living with Ambiguity, it deals with faith, it deals with, anyway, you pick. You can have whichever one you want, chapter 1 or chapter 5, the ambiguities chapter or the seasons Trump calling, either way, or you can just buy the book and bless a brother, hook me up, and you'll be good either way. But I wanted to share you that. Just email me, I'll send you right back. I'll give you a Word document or PDF of that chapter. Just email me, let me know which one you want, and I'll email you. And my second thing, my other request is I'm trying to get a speaking engagement once a month, at least one speaking engagement every month throughout this year. So for the month of May, I am looking for an organization, a church, a group of people, even a webinar, I don't know. If you can grab at least 5 people, and if I could just share something from my book, Sanctified Ambition, or we could spin it and do it business. I just want to ask you, hey, if you know somebody, hook me up, let me know someone you know who I can share and speak with. It can be motivational, it can be teaching, it can be marketing, or preferably it will be on my book, something out of the book, Sanctified Ambition. So that's all I got. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time. Create a great day. Bye.